Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the United States Grand Prix. Round 18 of the Formula One Bronze World Championship, which is presented by BoxBox and is also presented by ALR as well. Hello, everyone. And as you can tell, it's very serene in the pit lane at the moment. There is not a car in sight. However, hopefully that will change in just a jiffy, hopefully. But whilst that is going on, or lack of action going on, let's go through the drivers and the constructor stand-ins. 112 points are still left up for grabs then. Sprint race again here tonight. This is our last sprint race for a week before we then have another sprint race in Brazil in 2 weeks' time. Then, so last sprint race then for the foreseeable future, unless you're watching F2 tomorrow. Then, of course, we go to Mexico, and then we're back to Brazil for another sprint, our final sprint race of the season. Thank goodness for that. Right then, driver standing 17 points separates the top two, 27 points separates the top three in the championship. This is the closest championship in ALR this season, which I'm absolutely dumbfounded to say, because at the beginning of the season it was very much nip and tuck in all the championships, but I've got to say a lot of drivers are very much think after the flyaways and come back into Europe, some drivers have really stretched their legs, the likes of Brabbett and Percy. I'm thinking of those two in particular. TK not here tonight, unfortunately, then, but he will be back in a week's time in Mexico. But with the damage have been done, then New Potato needs to strike tonight after having a couple of gremlins. And Vessier also returns to action as well after missing last week's event now. So Vessier has also got to keep the fight going as well. Remember, Vessier did say in the paddock earlier on today that he doesn't want to let New Potato have it all his own way. And of course, from an action point of view, I think you guys don't want to either, unless of course you're a Nude Potato fan. Anyway, there it is. Dr. Drew Potts there. I think he is in it, isn't he? He is in. Fantastic. Dr. Drew Potts in fourth position there. Slayer is in fifth. Jay Hings has got his seat that he's deserved a seat for so long. And of course, all the points he scored when he was a reserve have all have been tallied up, all count. He's on 132 points, same as Jake the Slayer. He's in sixth in the championship. Kiki, what a season he's had so far. He is in seventh in the championship. Been my personal driver of the season. He's been superb. So, Terrace Musher in eighth and Brooksy in ninth. 10th position is Marvski. That is the top 10. Winnie is in 11th position, another driver who's been supreme this season. I've loved watching Winnie drive. He's very much all or nothing though, isn't he? Goodness gracious me. 12th is Smithfield Mighty on a bit of a rich run of form. Dynamo Dan, first race since Canada, round 8. 10 rounds ago was the last time Dynamo Dan has set foot in ALR. Let's see what he can do. Vintage in 14th, Duncan Davis 15th, Styles is 16th, Alibi, who hasn't raced since Belgium, is in 17th position. Sick as Muck is 18th, 19th Skipper Stu. Swan Shanks, no points one. Hopefully he can get some in the piggy bank then, as we're just watching the Ferrari go over the crest there. We're just watching Kiki at the moment, who has got a 5-place grid penalty, as him and Sick as Muck has had issues. And oh dear, I think both of them on a quick lap. Sick as Muck, I think he's gone to the back of Kiki, and he has damaged the front wing there. Kiki has a look. The end plate on the Aston Martin has gone from the Aston Martin, and Sick as Muck. Oh dear, that is not good at all, is it? Unfortunately, for Sick as Mac and for Kiki. Kiki's going to have a 5-place grid penalty wherever he qualifies, unfortunately. That is a major blow indeed. Then we've got a Ferrari that's just about to finish their lap, or start their lap, on board with the Ferrari now of Jay Hings. Of course, oh, look at that. We got a beautiful Ferrari on the screen now. I love that. Great stuff indeed then. So Kiki with the Las Vegas liveried Ferrari. And doesn't that look just good? I like the white on the Ferrari, I must admit. That looks fantastic, doesn't it? Oh, I love it. Hope we enjoy that livery then for a week or two then. But anyway, Jay Hings then, of course, a podium sitter. He's not won a race just yet then, but I bet my bottom dollar he will be a Grand Prix winner before thought I'd grow a beard then, which, to be honest, I am still waiting to grow hair on my face, but so that could be any time before I'm 80, really. Dr. True Potts then also returns as well tonight. He is in the Alpine in second position at the moment there. Bloomstar, of course, making his debut tonight in the bronze. He is currently currently sixth at the moment there on in the classification there, but of course Bloomstar has raced in silver, gold, and now in bronze, so he's got the full packet. Good stuff. Just watching the championship leader. Car free, new potato, even though he has a default helmet there, but it just shows that the helmets mean absolutely nothing. Unless you're me, of course. But it's a new potato there. Of course, he needs to get himself back on the saddle, doesn't he? Of course, he's still leading the championship by 17 points there for the Ferrari. But the new potato, of course, has been, dare I say it, has he been the quickest overall? Yes, he has, hasn't he? The championship can never lie, can it? New potato definitely does deserve to be the championship leader. And of course, at the end of the season, whoever wins the championship, I say always deserves it. Diamond Dan returns to action as well in the Haas tonight. He is fifth fastest, a whisker behind Marsky, 300s behind Marsky. Of course, Marsky did win a race earlier on this season, hasn't he? Diamond Dan, who finished second in the bronze championship last season, now down in 13th this season, albeit he has missed half the races more or less, hasn't he? Diamond Dan has, but let's see what he can do here on in then. Vestier going at full fast there. Vestier returned to action as well after missing last week then, so Vestier also is going to see if he can, he's a second in a 10th behind his championship rival at the moment now. And I think that the any teams and challenging the Ferrari, which is the likes of Williams and Red Bull, it's going to be quite devastating, to be fair, because with Jay Hings now firmly on board the Ferrari, he's a very quick pedaler, isn't he, to say the least, and I think that has definitely tipped the scales or the advantage towards the Ferrari team, hasn't it? Which is good for them. They're not good for the Red Bull team, especially if Red Bull have been driving with reserve drivers there. However, Moomin, I think, has been a very good reserve driver for the Red Bull team, hasn't he? This is second race as the Red Bull reserve tonight, so let's see what Moomin can do as well then. He's currently 7th fast at the moment, Moomin is. Out on circuit, Sigmuck has repaired his nose cone, is back out on track, as is Kiki. Hopefully they don't come together again. And of course, we've got Slayer out as well. Top 10, it looks like this, and only 10 drivers have set times so far. New Potato currently on pole position for the United States Grand Prix. Jay Hings is alongside on row 1. Goodness me, are we back in the 2000s? How fantastic. But of course, the only difference is we're not in Indianapolis. Dr. True Potts in third position there. Fourth is Vessier. Then it's the two Haases in their home Grand Prix. 5th and 6th, looking lovely. They got another home Grand Prix, very greedy, haven't they? Of course, 3 races in America this season. We're not sure about the calendar next season just yet, but keep your eyes peeled on social media, and of course, drivers in the paddock as well. Keep your eyes peeled, then there can be some exciting times. What was I saying? Yeah, so of course we've got another United States Grand Prix in America, which is of course Las Vegas, which I'm looking forward to be honest. I reckon it's going to be a doozy of a race here in ALR. But where the championship will be done or dusted, we do not know, do we, at the moment? Sigmuck there just about to start is lap then. Kiki is quite close to Sigmuck again then, which I thought they probably would rather be a bit further apart after issues earlier on then. Moomin. Hello, Sean. Hope you're well. Good luck tonight. Hope the race goes well. It was a really good gold race. I must admit, I haven't watched silver just yet. I had a bit of it on the TV last night whilst I was trying to fix his darning capture card, which, less said about that, the better. I don't know why it wasn't working on Sunday, to be honest. It must have been something to do with an update, but human I was. I got so upset. I think I downloaded F1 Challenge Sunday night, and I must say, I hate to say it, but I'm really getting sucked into the PC world of Formula 1. Well, when I say that, I just mean Formula 1 Challenge, because, I found out about modding and everything, which is fantastic. A nerd like myself would love to watch, love to play all the 90s seasons on one game. That'd be fantastic, wouldn't it? Anyway, enough about that. Right, Kaz, good luck, drivers. Knowledge of your opponents and strategies are key to the podium. Have fun. Yo, been looking the last 2 races. Slayer is saying that third time's a charm. Then I agree on the look of the Ferrari. Let's go Vestier. Then Kaz is saying that the Ferrari does look quite lush, doesn't it? Reminds you of the 70s Ferrari, doesn't it? Of course, with the late great Nicky Lauda. Then. Also, I think they had a colour scheme like that in 2016 as well with Raikkonen and Raikkonen and got Vettel, goodness me, gosh, there, yes, and Sebastian Vettel. Kiki, whilst I was trying to work out who was the second Ferrari in 2016, Kiki has gone second fastest there. Beautiful. Brooksy, who could have and should have won the Qatar Grand Prix. I think he could have. He did a great job, didn't he? However, there is only one man who probably deserved it, actually, as I'm changing my viewpoint again. That was Kiki, his first Grand Prix win of his career. And he deserves that, Kiki does, because he's been superb all the way through this season. He's Kiki, along with Winnie, both those drivers have been absolutely sublime to me. I've loved watching it every minute, especially in the second half of the season for Kiki. He's been supreme. Impressive, somebody, so he deserves that win. Very good stuff to do. We've had a lot of first-time winners this season in ALR, aren't we? We've had 3 in gold, and I think we've had have we had a couple? We've had 2 in bronze here this season. Yeah, we've had 2 in bronze this season. I can't remember silver at the moment, because I'm in bronze mode tonight, so I'll have to look at that again later on there. Anyway, where was I? Let's go Vesher Kazan. Had dislocated my finger, but I shall push on Serious Mush saying, and even all into Serious Mush was carrying an injury. So hopefully that ain't going to hang strung him too much. But let's see how that goes out, because that would be a disappointed end to a very solid season there for Serious Mushroom and for the Alfa Romeo team. And I think they're currently 4th in the constructors. We'll have a look at that in a minute. Brooks is going wide there. I thought that he might have invalidated his time there and got a lap deletion, a lap deletion there. So we just had a car teleport right in front of us. So Brooks is going 7th fastest. I wonder if he lost a bit of time going wide, to be fair, because I reckon he probably backed off the not so loud pedal these days. Ducker Dave out of the final turn. Ducker Dave goes 7th fast as well. He might be the lead Williams driver tonight then. Williams are challenging Ferrari in the Constructors' Championship, but I think without TK here tonight, I think they're going to struggle. And with Jay Hings now a part of the Ferrari setup as well, as I mentioned earlier on, then it's going to be tough, isn't it? On board with Vintage now, of course. Vintage had a great race last time out in Qatar. I think Qatar was it was a gem, wasn't it? I absolutely loved all the races in Qatar last week. It was supreme stuff indeed there. As we got an Alpha Tari on screen at the moment there. Go out Mushroom then. I will zoom then. Can easily go faster. Just wanted to put a banker in and make sure the time putting in is crucial. Knowing just in case no one else gets one, and you don't want to make that mistake there. Hello Master Mushroom, how are you then? Sore but good then. They're saving tires and they'll put 1 lap in. Can't say then. Bonjour, Sean. Good evening to you, German. As German had, I think German's moved up a couple of positions in the Gold Championship as well. I think he's 9th now or something like that. German is a great drive from the back of the field, I think it was on Sunday, right up to 7th or 6th position there. I can't remember. However, what I can remember, and I must say it is quite shocking news to me, Alpha Tari could potentially be called Racing Bulls next season. I mean Bulls, not balls. Going across the line there, Vintage goes 13th fastest. I think I preferred Hugo Boss Racing personally, but there it is. I hope that's just a bad rumor, because I'm not really convinced about that Racing Bulls name. To be fair, but I think they're also going to be sponsored by Adidas. Is that right, or something like that? I don't know. I'm getting all my information off the old Instagram, which is never a good source, is it? I should probably actually just go to a real motorsport site, shouldn't I? Really, I'm too late for that. But yeah, Racing Bulls. I cannot wait to be commentating on that team in season 11. Oh, the Brown Hill goes Vintage. We're going to leave Vintage in his Racing Bull or Racing Bulls. And we just watched it. Bloomstar out on circuit there. Serious Mushroom has gone out there. I think he's going to be testing the old finger there as. Testing the old finger down, I mean, on the controller and nothing else as he goes up into turn 1. New Potato, 1700 a second up there, and he goes a bit wide into turn 19, but he's abandoned the time, Nude has. Oh, and he's almost into the pit wall there. Good gosh there. And that could be costly for New Potato. He's taking a lot of pace coming into the pit lane now, and almost into the wall. And I'm sure a couple of drivers have done that in the past in ALR. And goodness me, that could have been the championship leader out to qualifying here. Slayer is up in the 4th at the moment. That's a great time for Slayer. Dr. True Potts is invalidated. Dynamo Dan has found 5/10 of a second there by the looks, and is elevated himself up into 8th there. Good stuff indeed there. Vintage there is crawling back to the pits there. What about Smithy Almighty tackling turn 18, which is there's a racing bull in front of us. It's just watching the McLaren, flicking it into 19 there. Smithy, good stuff indeed there. He's been on a good run of form as well. Smithy, 2 podiums this season for the McLaren Mercedes. McLaren have had a bit of a shock in the first half of the year, but the second half of the year they're doing much better, with Smithy leading the line there for the Woking team. Up into 9th now goes the McLaren Mercedes. Great time indeed there. I think that I sense a mushroom. There he is then into turn 18. He goes at 22. P26 wasn't bad considering the wrong strategy call going to say that. I gotta say that Jay Hings is on pole position there. Good time for the Ferrari, and a great time for Jay Hings making his debut. Serious Russian elevates himself to P7 position. Jay Hings at car 5, and car 5 is quite fitting for the Ferrari team as well, of course. So it's Sebastian Vettel at the wheel for several years then, but Jay Hings is now at the wheel for the Ferrari team and currently on pole position. He's never had a pole position before in his ALR career in bronze, but he's had a podium, hasn't he, there? And now he is currently heading up his championship teammate here. With Jay Hings there wanting to make a splash in bronze. Is he going to abide by team orders potentially and get out of New Potato's way? I must say, it's very difficult. Formula One's a team sport, but it's a very strange team sport, isn't it? These drivers all want to win for themselves, don't they? They're not going to jump out the way of their teammate if a win is on the cards there. So Jay Hings would love his first Grand Prix win in his full-time debut bow for the Ferrari, and what a fitting way to do it here in the United States there. Of course, it's just watching Bloom Star come into turn 18 there. Nice, fastest sector 1 just shows that I can go faster. Haha, came up purple. Anyway, so I'll take it out. That was a great result, German, from last to the points. Is so good then. The final turn there for Bloomstar going at 14 fastest. Movement, there's still more in the tank there for movement, as we just heard in the comments there. Dropping down the hill then, free drivers have not come to the pits. Jay Hings has not followed his teammate there by almost going into the wall. But now coming out on circuit then is, let's see, that is yellow flag is out there for someone. It is for oh gosh, it is for the new potato, serious mushroom there. Goodness me. And there he is then. So Dr. True Potts then starting his lap. Then we're going to see what Vessier can do. Vessier down in 12th position. Here is the Red Bull driver. Tackling turn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on 7 and over the brow of the hill. Dropping down now was Marsky is out on circuit as well. Bloomstar has done his lap then. What about Winnie? Winnie is 4/10 of a second down, so I'm going to stick with Vessier. Down the back straight he comes then, flicking past me there. DRS wide open, the drag reduction system there. Of course, the rear wing has opened like a letterbox to reduce drag then. That hole in the rear wing then makes you go faster then, which is a very nice feeling, I'm sure of it as well. Back on board now with Vessier. He is third in the World Championship for bronze. Of course, I think that there has been some times this season where I think Newtail, Vessier and TK has probably all looked and thought I could have got a better result here and there. But now it's no excuses now. It is all about results, isn't it there? This is very much crunch time now, as Sir Alex Ferguson used to say in yesterday. A checker flag for both Ferraris. That is not good. Vessier across the line then. Vessier goes 5th fastest there, and he's a whisker behind his championship rival. Slayer is 4/10 of a second up then. Who else is up there? There's an Alpine, I see, of Dr. Truepots. 4/10 of a second. Truepots, he goes on the second row of the grid. Lovely. Dynamo Dan is finished as well. What about Marsky? He is down the back straight. That's not Marsky. Here's Marsky. Out of the final turn. Slayer's behind us as well. Marsky stays 13th. Where does Slayer go? Slayer stays 5th fastest there. We got to say, the second half out there as well. Movement 3/10 of a second up then. Vintage is just in front of us. Winnie has had an issue there. What about Kiki? Kiki is 93 a second up in the second intermediate split time. Brooksy's out there as well, I think. There is Brooksy. 5/10 of a second up is Brooksy. And coming into to turn 19 and 20. Can Brooksy still a march and get pole position for the second time in 2 weeks? And like he did in Qatar a week ago, out of the final turn for Brooksy then. Over the line he comes, and he goes fifth fastest. So that's a good effort there from Brooksy. Who am I looking for? It's Kiki, 9300 second up the turn. It's only second fastest for Kiki. Jay Hinks is currently on pole position then for his for the first start in Ferrari. Jay Hinks is going to be loving life with that Ferrari, and this is very much one to really stir the pot, isn't it? Out of the final turn for Moomin. Moomin goes 14 fastest in the Red Bull. Winnie is off the circuit. Jay Hinks is chilling in the pit lane, and it's pole position number one for Jay Hinks in the Ferrari. And lovely stuff indeed. That's his first pole position of his career for Jay Hinks there, and he will be, I'm sure, overjoyed with this result there. And Ferrari gets their fifth pole position of the season, if I'm not very much mistaken. Let me take a look at my tally. Whoops, that's the wrong one. Yes, there's fifth pole position of the season there for Ferrari. Absolutely lovely, jubbly indeed. And Jay Hinks there on his full-time debut, pole position. Good stuff.
BoxBox Hub is an absolute essential for any Formula One fan, and the entire app with new widgets, statistics, localized race schedules, and countdowns, you name it. They even have support for Apple's new live activities feature with real-time updates during a race right on the lock screen, and honestly, some of the best looking widgets I've seen.
Well, I have forgotten that Kiki's got a 5-place grid penalty, which means that he wouldn't have been on pole position anyway, unfortunately. Quickly going to the comments there. Thanks. Yeah, sprints are tricky because you have to save tyres for the race on sprint, so you don't have many runs in quality. Then starting the race with 5-second penalty makes it even harder, Kaz is saying. Good luck, drivers. Improved by 3/10, didn't gain a place then, Slayer saying. Great quality. The Ferrari is beautiful. Prefer the red and white over to the red and black. I do like the red and white as well. And of course, that also. Oh my goodness me! It is raining now. Anyway, go back to the Ferrari a minute. Yes, I do prefer the red and white as well. It reminds me of like when Ferrari started to really come of age in the early 2000s. Because they had up until '99, they had a red and black wing, didn't they? And then they changed it to the red and white. And I gotta say, it does look pretty studded. I did like the 2000 Ferrari onwards. It looked quite nice. So yeah, I'm with you on that one, German. Moving. I'm gonna be moving up easily. Pace there is one lap is never good. So got that too much pressure then. As serious mushroom, I sulk. Nice already practice in the rain. My pace is awesome. Haha. So moving there. Looking very strong, isn't he, in this one? As there is a rain on the horizon. Remember what happened on Sunday. What an incredible race that was. I think that is easily in my top 5 most favourite commentated races, if that's a word, of all time in ALR. I absolutely love that race on Sunday. It was fantastic there. And really good stuff indeed there. And you could tell when it's a good race there and strategies up in the air. We had 3 or 4 drivers trying to guess the weather, and oh, we're on the sprint, sorry. I was wondering why Kiki... Whoa, it's Jay Hinks there drifting there. I was wondering why Kiki was still in second there, but this is the sprint, I apologise. So we had 3 or 4 drivers there trying to guess the weather, and all 4 of them were struggling, weren't they? Even Ted Tango was struggling in the comments there. Goodness gracious me. Thank you very much, Nosy. Yes, indeed, the Kiki has got a 5-place grid penalty for the race, not for the sprint. And I completely forgot that it was a sprint. Right. Constructors Championship. Ferrari leads 47 points in front of the Williams team in second position there. On Ferrari on 296, almost on the match score 300. 249 there for the Williams team there. A Red Bull are in third position there. Fourth is the Mercedes there. 3 points in front of Alfa Romeo in fifth, who are 3 points in front of the Alpine, who are 6. Then we got Haas, 36 points away from the Alpine. AlphaTauri, 21 points away from the Haas team. AlphaTauri, the last season's Constructors Champions. McLaren, good score last time up there. They're on 86 now. And then 30 points for the Aston Martin team. Let's go for the grid before. Whoa, look at Jay Hinks there. He's loving life out there. Very good stuff indeed there. Look at my helmet, not to be rude, not in a rude way anyway. Low fuel for cars and saying that rain on a go-kart track can be very good luck indeed. That Jay Hings on pole position, his first pole position of his career, alongside his Kiki. He's got a 5-place grip penalty for the race there, which I forgot that we had a sprint. Fourth is Dr. Truepots, fifth is Brooksy, sixth is Jake the Slayer, Vestier and Sick as Mug. Alto got disqualified, so their tyres are not going to be very fit in there. Lovely helmet there from Serious Mushroom. Las Vegas, ready to go then. I think that's the Kevin Magnussen helmet as well for Serious Mushroom. It is indeed that, albeit he's in the Alfa Romeo. Jacob Dave in 10th. Dynamo Dan, his first race in almost 10 races there in 11th. 12th is Smithy. 13th Marsky. Moving 40th. He's got some hot wet pace there. 15th is Bloomstar. 16th is Vintage with Winning in 17th. Stars 18th. Scooby Stew 19th. And it is Swanshanks complete in the top 20. 20 cars on the grid. 10 laps. Let's go. Marsky's retired from the session then. And so we're now lining up. We're now building up for those red lights then. There they are then. Look, Jay Hings has got the car ready to go then. He's primed and ready to go for the Ferrari. Ferrari on the racing line there. Is that going to help him up the run up into turn one? That Kiki has the inside. It's very inviting up into turn one. It is lights out and here we go. Jay Hings gets away beautifully there. And we've got changes of positions down the back of the field there. New Potato. Who's that? Dr. Truepots. They've sandwiched the championship leader. And New Potato has somehow got out of that one, but he's down to fourth there. And then Brooksy is flown through up into fourth position now. Dr. Truepots has had an incredible start. They're going wheel to wheel between Kiki and Truepots there. And Dr. Truepots has taken the second position. New Potato in third, fifth, fourth. Goodness me, I'll get it right in a bit. Oh no, Slayer! And Slayer out of the race there. And where is he? He is completely gone. Oh, he's off the circuit. Slayer out of the race then. And that is the nightmare. Both McLarens are down the order as well here. And oh my goodness me, Slayer then, he can't buy the luck at the moment, can he? Till RC race have been pretty appalling. And here tonight he's out of the sprint before we've even completed the opening lap for Slayer. Disappointing indeed. Look at the spray coming off of that Ferrari at the moment there. Slayer is going to be absolutely disgraceful. Sounds like Over the Moon is on the wet then. As it's on the wet. It's on the wet setup there. Boomin is not on the wet setup there, so he's happy with the setup he's on then. We've also got Slayer and absolutely shocking. It's absolutely shocking there. So Slayer out of the race and that is disappointed indeed then. Just on board then with Jay Hings at the moment. Safety car is out then as we are now then going to line up beyond the safety car. So then we'll come to the pits then on the intermediate tyres. And maybe that one lap may help them or hinder them. We do not know at the moment. As we're just on board with the Ferrari. One retirement already in this sprint race. Slayer out of the race. And we do not know what happened with Slayer. We just see him go off it. We see him go into the wall, but we don't know why. At the moment, New Potato still in front of his closest championship rival. His championship rival, Vestier, is not got any points at the moment. The sprint race is first. It is of course first down to 8th is the points for the sprint. Of course, then as we go up into turn 1 as well. Safety cars out. Bert Mylander is out at the moment there, and oh gosh, safety cars out at the moment. Bert Mylander's going to go. There he is, and just parked on the exit, almost where Slayer unfortunately went off and ended his race. Unfortunately. With New Potato then. So we got 19 cars left out of the 20 that started. Light rain at the moment. Now we're not sure about what the weather is going to be like in the race. Later on, of course, with the moment though in the sprint, and we're not even sure if the rain's going to clear up or not in the sprint either. So that is going to be a very so that's going to be one thing that we're going to keep an eye on there. As you can see, I love that Ferrari, that white and red Ferrari. It's absolutely stunning indeed, isn't it? Love it. Very good stuff indeed. Just lost for words lately. Slayer is saying that we're not what happened, Slayer, then, because unfortunately we missed it on the stream. So hopefully, so I'm not sure if Slayer's lost for words about the issues there. I think it might have been contact with another driver by the looks of things, Slayer, by the looks of Slayer then, but unfortunately it's not going at all well. Safety car is out at the moment. Jay Hings is just following it. No one is coming to the pits then, which I'm surprised by, unless of course we have got rain in the race. Then you've only got 4 sets of intermediate tyres, 3 sets of the wet compound tyres, of course. Was hit in turn 1 and then again in the middle of sector 1 there. So Slayer, unfortunately, it feels like probably a bit of dodgems there in the opening sector there, which has ended this race, unfortunately for Slayer, out of the sprint race. But the big points are in the Grand Prix itself, which is coming up straight after the sprint race. So hopefully not long to wait then, but not ideal at all for Slayer's point of view. So safety car is going to be out for another lap, I think, then for Bernd Mylander before... it's going to be out for another lap then, as we're just going to follow the crocodile for the time being then. So biggest winners then of the start line has got to be winning up 4 positions then. Dr. Truepot's up 2 as well, and he's now right behind the race leader, which I think he'd be very happy with. Well, I'm surprised he's actually coming to the pits, Scooby Shea up 4 positions as well, so very good stuff indeed. Swanshanks has come to the pits. Swanshanks has not scored a point yet this season, so he'll love to score a point now for the Aston Martin and for himself then. So can Swanshanks do it? I've got everything crossed for the young man. And he's just looking for the, but he's not concerned about points about. He is concerned about getting it, stopping on his marks. He's done it. Intermediate tyres go on then, and look at how wet it is in the pit apron there. Oh dear. The driver's going to have to be very careful going into that pit apron there. It is absolutely squelching wet there. Out of the pits now does come Swanshanks up into a very steep incline of turn 1 there. But hopefully safety car will be in the end. So then we'll be back racing once again. So just now on board then. So very opportunistic manoeuvre then for Swanshanks. So he will have younger tyres in this race. And of course, if he does have younger tyres in this race, then, which means he'll have more grip, which means that he can potentially, definitely potentially really mount a challenge then. As we're just about to get going as well then. Just coming down into the hairpin as well, on to the back straight then. So Jay Hings then, of course, his first pole position of his career then, and what a way to start off his Ferrari campaign, and brilliant stuff indeed there for Jay Hings. He's deserved the full-time seat. I'm a big fan of Jay Hings. He's been absolutely sublime since coming into ALR, and of course it's just shown by his championship position of being 6th. And he's raced in 15 races in bronze, and he's been a reserve for all this time. So hats off indeed there. Right then, as we got to Chatter, hello there. Hello there, General Chatter. You are a bold one. Swanshanks there is caught to the back of the crocodile. Jay Hings then, of course, even though he's had his first pole position, he's not he has led races before. He is not. It's not the first time he's in this position now for Jay Hings there. So I'm sure he's going to be as cool as a cucumber as he is going to get going in just a jiffy then. So when is he going to go? I think he's gone. He's gone. We're racing. So we're racing once again on lap 3 then. So hopefully we'll have more than just a 7 corners of racing. Out to the final turn then. And let's go then. We're racing now on lap 4 then. We're just before half distance as well. Going up into turn 1. Jay Hings leads. And second position is Dr. Truepot's. Brooksy's holding a snipper. He knows that New Potato is fighting for the championship. So Brooksy could throw caution to the wind here. But New Potato then getting a much better exit. And now into 4th. And Brooksy there all over the back of the Ferrari. The Alfa Romeo there, of course, on board now with Brooksy. I think that he's still feeling a bit sore from the Qatar race last week. For Brooksy, probably not, to be fair. Probably putting words into his mouth, but I think that was one race that certainly got away from Brooksy. Look at the spray coming from those cars there. So there is still a lot of water on the circuit. We are all on the intermediate tyres. There's no one on the full wet tyres here. Of course, I think if you are on the wet tyres is not very good at all in the Pirelli range, are they? I think that they might have to ask Bridgestone to have a go at the old wet tyre. I haven't said that. I think the Bridgestone's amazing intermediate tyre is fantastic. Just remember the 2001 Malaysia Grand Prix, and Dr. Truepot is still the defending second position. Vestier's got past Donovan Dallin up into 8th, and that's important for points, you know. There he is in the background. Kiki is still fighting, is still trying to, oh, and almost off the circuit that Kiki is there, and that is going to be joy to New Potato's eyes here. Accelerates away out to 16 or 17, I have no idea where I am on the circuit. Oh, there I am, 18 then. New Potato, though, hasn't been able to strike there. There is no DRS then in these wet conditions. The track has been deemed as wet, so no, oh, and look at that, they're taking the IndyCar line. Brooksy's got a 3-second penalty, which is a bit harsh, because I've seen 4 drivers do that there, so goodness gracious me. So we now got a fast lap as we have done one flying lap around here. Vescher's at the fast lap as well. Yellow flag in the background. It is Smithy Almighty. Where is he? There he is there at turn 12. And whoa, is putting on a bit too much welly, I think. Unfortunately, on that loud pedal. Contact there between Brooksy and Sickers, but then Brooksy on the outside. Brooksy is on the inside then, and through he goes. Brooksy's off the circuit there, scampering up there. His serious mushroom, his teammate there, was going side by side, and Brooksy has had an atrocious couple of turns there. 3-second penalty for Kiki as well. That's 2 drivers in top 8 have both got penalties, and that could be crucial. Remember what happened to Troy on Sunday? He got a penalty, didn't he, and dropped down the order like a stone before he had an incredible drive along with Gurman. And what's happening here then? And it's Kiki up the, and Kiki they're trying to go through. A New Potato that is now through as well. And Dr. Truepots there, 2 seconds. Jay Hinks is in front of the rest of the competition. Here's New Potato going alongside. Going alongside Dr. Truepots, down at contact, and goodness me, almost into the wall between both cars, and they're both running off there. Goodness me, it is getting very fiery then here, and oh my gosh, they're sandwiching each other. Sigersberg is involved as well. Dr. Truepots, and they've allowed Kiki to go here. Sigersberg has got a 3-second penalty then. Now into turn 17, this is getting very bumpy indeed, and again they've gone into each other. Oh dear, I think tempers are flared there between the 2 drivers, haven't they? And unfortunately, both of them are going to be probably not too happy with that, are they? Oh, I've knocked me graphics off there. Moomin has got a 3-second penalty. Vintage is all over the back of Truepots. I don't think there's any damage, but New Potato right down near the back of the field. Brooksy's in the pit lane there. Brooksy's in the pits, got another 3-second penalty. Brooksy has, unfortunately, called it a day there, unfortunately, then, as we're now going up into turn 1, and Vessier up the inside, passes Sickles-Bike and moves himself up into the 3rd position, and he is now gaining 6 points over New Potato there, isn't he? Goodness gracious me. So now we got Marsky, who is through as well. Yellow flag there. I think it's for Brooksy's car then, as we go through the S's. Look at this, as it is Marsky followed by Duncan Dave, and we have got Winnie up into 10 positions now. Remember, wherever they finish in the sprint is where they're going to start in the race itself, and as Kaz is keeping a count then of the number of contact then that is happening out there at the moment there, as he's up to 3, which I must say I thought there was more than 3 to be honest there, but goodness me, so Star's got a 3-second penalty. I must say, I think that tempers must have been flared out, because they Brooks, New Potato and Dr. Truepots came together down this back straight, and then they had another issue again there, and that is not ideal at all, is it there? Unfortunately for New Potato then, and Dr. Truepots. Truepots is now outside the points in the 11th position now. New Potato is in 13th position in the Ferrari. Teammate Jay Hings is currently happy at the moment. They're currently first at the moment, going for his first sprint race win of his career, I believe. Anyway, I must admit, I haven't checked. We got to Dr. Truepots trying to fend off Vintage here. I'm not sure if Truepots and New Potato have got damage there, but I have a feeling that both drivers are going to be pointing fingers at each other after this one there, as Dr. Truepots currently in 11th. Kiki has set the fast out the race, and then followed by Vescher as well, who has got a new leash of life. Vescher has said, and is now homing in 6 points then on the championship battle then. And TK, wherever he is at the moment now, Oh, guys, then when I say contact, then the counter goes up then, so we're probably up to 4 now. We're just watching Vintage, as New Potato then doing a bit of rallycross at the top of the hill then, before you drop down there. And Dr. Truepot's off the circuit there. Goodness me, was on board with New Potato, so he didn't see what happened. Did he just lose the car for Truepot's? But he's down into 15th, behind his teammate, Smithfield Mighty 16th, Bloomstar 17th, 18th for Stars, and back at the front. And Hings is flying out there at the moment there, whilst the driver behind him, Truepot's got 3-second penalty. The driver behind him, of Kiki, does have a penalty. So as long as Jay Hings stays within 3 seconds, the race win is his. And so it's all about time at the end of this one. Vessier is also being dragged along as well. There's no DRS in this one. Sirius Mushroom is going for it. He's having a look there down to the hairpin. Of course, remember, Sirius Mushroom with a finger issue. Of course, I think he's dislocated his finger there, hasn't he, Sirius Mushroom? So he's having to drive with basically, I think that I'm not sure. I'm not even sure I was going to be driving really there, but Sirius Mushroom giving it a good old go there. He is very much hamstrung here, isn't he? But he's doing a good job nonetheless, isn't he? New Potato, he needs to recover. New Potato does, and Smithy Almighty has been disqualified for receiving multiple penalties there. What's happened to Smithy? Out of the race, he's down in 20th position. He will start 20th on the grid there. That's 3 retirements in this sprint race. We've only done 7 laps so far. Smithy out of the race. Sprint, I should say. Goodness me, it's not a race. Out of the sprint. Jay Hings has actually extended his gap over to himself and Kiki. Mushrooms having another look there up into turn 1. No DRS, of course, then in this one. Of course, the track is deemed to be too Dynamo Dan on his return then. Wily old veteran Dynamo Dan is there and very much navigating his way through a very action-packed. Jay Hings had the race leader has got issues, and Styles is coming to the pits there. So is Truepot's. Truepot's is retired from the session, and that's unfortunate for Truepot. So Smithy 20th, 19th Slayer, 18th is Brooksy, 17th is Truepot. Vessier is on the cusp of winning this sprint race. Goodness gracious me, I would have betted on Vessier to get in this race there. But my goodness me, it just shows that how things can change in Formula 1 there. Vessier's best result in a sprint race is actually 8th. He has never been on the podium. Vessier hasn't in a sprint race. He is so he's never won a race either, and he's only ever won 1 point in 4 attempts in the sprint. Very good stuff indeed then. Just watching Vessier down the back straight. Dynamo Dan is past Sirius Mushroom. I'm going to do 5th. What a great return there for Dynamo Dan, and up the inside passes the Mushroom. But Mushroom is having none of it there, and he's trying to fight. Well, he's not going to wave him through here, is he? But Dynamo Dan gets the position in up to 5th. But Dynamo Dan's run wide. That's a 3-second penalty. That's harsh for Dynamo Dan. Then yellow flag said for Truepot's car is just parked on the first sector 1 there. Dynamo Dan up in a Scooby. She's got a penalty as well. Dynamo Dan in Sirius Mushroom on a good old scrap here. Lap 8 out of 10. Vessier still leads the way then. Of course, he's not leading on track, but he is leading in terms of He is leading in terms of time then, which is going to be crucial in this one. And Sirius Mushroom could potentially... New Potato's got a 3-second penalty. That's going to drop him down. Goodness me, a couple of positions there. But Swanshank's also getting a penalty as well. Swanshank's on newer intermediate tyres. Hasn't worked out for him just yet. And but look at the penalties we've got after just 9 laps here. I do think it's the weather conditions, and this is definitely causing a lot of understeer and oversteer. Marski is now in 8th position, but he's going to elevate himself up a couple of positions as well. Then final up of the United States sprint race here, and there's been not lost in drama around here, hasn't there? Goodness me, we've had so much drama as we look down. Then the rain is still falling on the drivers' heads here, but it's quite light here in Kota. We've only ever had one rain affected race, wasn't it, which was back in 2015, where Hamilton clinched his 3rd drivers' championship. No championships can be crowned here tonight then, and surprisingly no champions have been crowned in gold or silver here this week. However, both Brabant and Percy are on the cusp of history next week in Mexico, which I'm sure is going to be a fiesta, isn't it then? But of course, for bronze, the championship will not be won tonight. Potentially, we might have our first champion crowned tomorrow in Brazil for Formula 2 with Troy. We'll see how that one goes well. But Toy Coin is very much has very much made it a battle, hasn't he, there, by doing basically the full shebang of points there last week with the sprint win and the feature race win as well. There is a lot of battling in the background there, but Jay Higgins is going to cross the line first, but he's got a 3-second penalty, which is costly for him and for his for maybe a sprint race, but he will get, I think he'll get second there, which equals his best result. So it is oh, we got one more lap. We got one more lap. I thought it's the final lap now. Goodness gracious me. Yes, I haven't really got an excuse to be honest. Swan Shanks in 14th position now. Scooby Stew in 13th, Ben. The battle for 13th and 14th, Ben, I think is going to go right down to the wire here, isn't it? Swan Shanks does have newer tyres compared to Scooby Stew. Look at the gaps, and they're so close now, isn't they? And it's going to get very interesting. New Potato, they're not giving up then, but another tough race for New Potato. And really, it's very, very difficult indeed. Then both him and Dr. Truepots there, Bill of banging wheels down the back straight, and then finally going to blows in turn 17, unfortunately, and that's hindered both drivers. The Truepots down in 17. New Potato is 10th at the moment, but he is going to slip down. Well, he isn't actually, because he's got a 3-second penalty. Star's got to pass on the race then. New Potato will stay 10th then, which he's in the points then, so that is fine for New Potato. There's going to be damage limitation. Duncan Dave on the cusp of some points for the Williams team. Of course, Bloom Star unfortunately struggling down in 15th at the moment to the second Williams. So here comes New Potato, flying past now and up into 9th position there. Jay Higgins is just about still in front of Kiki. Of course, remember, they're fighting on track now with those penalties that they've been given in this race. And New Potato is through and over to 9th. A good overtake there from New Potato, the championship leader at the moment. Swan Shanks and Scooby Stew are not giving each other any room for manoeuvrability here. Can't say sure, go to Mushroom now. Unfortunately, I'll go to Mushroom in a minute there because we've got to just check on the leader. And here he is in his best here. Out of the final turn. I think Mushroom could finish second here. Out of the final turn then. And Vestier is going to win his first sprint race of his career. And also, no! Jay Higgins has won his first race, thank goodness me, by 34 hundredths of a second. Jay Higgins wins his first sprint race of his career by the minutest of margins there, with Vestier second, Kiki in third, Mushroom fourth, Sigismund fifth, with Marsky and Donovan down 6th and 7th, and Moomin gets the final point in 8th position there. New Potato finished in 10th position, but it is Jay Higgins on his first start as a Ferrari driver. First start as a Ferrari driver in the sprint, he wins the race. Vestier's best results in a sprint event there, getting his first podium with second position. And Kiki, I think that is Kiki's also Kiki's best result and his first podium in the sprint event as well, in third position there. Very good stuff indeed then. And your Wish My Command cars, there's Mushroom carrying it in a fourth position there. But good points there up and down the order. But I've got to say, I thought the Mushroom would have had a podium now in the sprint race, so I was very much dumbfounded by that one. Very good stuff indeed there from all the drivers out there tonight. Very action-packed there, but there was a lot of incidents as well, wasn't it there? But goodness me, very action-packed there. Let's take a final look at the classification. And look at that, Jay Higgins' first sprint of his career, won by the minutest of margins. His gap was as thin as my wallet, to be honest. With Vestier in second, Kiki in third, Serious Mushroom in fourth, with Sigismund fifth, with Marsky and Donovan down 6th and 7th. Has to be happy with that. Moving in 8th position there, and the final point there with Duncan David 9th, and the championship leader New Potato down in 10th. He's got work to do. Winnie 11th, 12th is Vintage, 13th is Swan Shanks, Scooby Stew in 14th, Bloom Star in 15th, 16th Styles, and retirements was Dodge Two Pots, Brooksy, Slayer, and Smithy Almighty retired from the sprint race, which means they'll start 17th, 18th, 19th, and 20th on the grid.
BoxBox Hub is an absolute essential for any Formula One fan, and the entire app with new widgets, statistics, localized race schedules, and countdowns, you name it. They even have support for Apple's new live activities feature with real-time updates during a race right on the lock screen, and honestly, some of the best looking widgets I've seen.
Welcome back, everyone. Of course, ALR is sponsored by a BoxBox, or powered by BoxBox, I should say. Get the terminology right, Sean. But yes, we are powered by BoxBox. I hope you're all going to be using your BoxBox app to keep yourselves up to date with the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix coming up this Sunday. Of course, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of action in Abu Dhabi on Sunday, but all enjoy it as well. So so enjoy BoxBox then for one last time for the race then on Sunday, and very much, but it's going to be a cracking race, I'm sure of it, isn't it? Well, I hope so, anyway. It's going to be interesting. Of course, we've got a clash with the Mercedes and the Ferrari. I think Mercedes are 4 points in front of Ferrari at the moment, haven't they? Got a good almighty scrap for 4th, 5th, and 6th in the championship as well between Fernando Alonso, Lando Norris, and Carlos Sainz as well. So that's going to be interesting, isn't it? Anyway, let's go on with the race itself then. 20 laps and around Kota. We had a bit of rain in the sprint, but we got not beautiful sunshine. It's quite overcast and quite grim here. But of course, it can change quite quickly, the weather over here in Texas. All 3 types of compounded tyres are being used tonight. Soft tyres for Dynamo Dan for winning vintage Scooby Stew, Dodge Drew Pods and Brooksy. Hard tyres for Styles, for Swanshanks, for Kiki and Moomin. Everyone else is on the medium compound tyres. Jay Higgins then, of course, starts first then after winning his first sprint race win of his career. Vessier is his first podium of his sprint race of his career. Serious mushroom. So, Siggers Muck in 4th with both Haas's on row 3, 5th and 6th. Marsky and Dynamo Dan 5th and 6th. Moomin is in 7th. Kiki with a 5-second penalty. With a 5-place grid penalty in 8th position. Duncan Dave in 9th. 10th position is the championship leader, New Potato. And at the moment now, Vessier has reeled in the championship leader by 7 points now. The live standard in the championship is like this. Of course, Vessier is still currently behind TK, but only 3 points behind TK now then, which means that hang on a minute. So he's 20 points behind New Potato in the championship. Goodness me, that was too much brain power for me, wasn't it? Give or take. But there's New Potato in 10th position. Goodness me, formation lap. Winning 11th, 12th is Vintage, 13th is Swanshank, Scooby Stew and Bloomstar, 14th and 15th, Star 16th, Dr. Drew Potts going in the pits, 17th, I think he probably wants a pit lane start. 18th is Brooksy, 19th is Slayer, 20th is Smithy Almighty, 20 cars and on the grid. Look at Jay Higgins, he wants his first Grand Prix win of his career, doesn't he? He's had his sprint, now he wants his win there. He's glancing over to Vessier, and Vessier wants to win this race. Doesn't he? 20 points is the gap between himself and New Potato, give or take a point or 2 in the championship. That is what Vessier wants. If he gets a win today and New Potato doesn't score, it is going to be his championship lead that lights out and it's go here in the United States as he blasts down into turn 1 there. Vessier going for it there. It's a very wide berth into turn 1 there, but Vessier slows the car down incredibly well. Serious Special wants to get in on this action as well, but Jay Higgs repels the attack there with third position there. Serious Special all over the back then, and then look at all the cars there flicking through. Then the we got that's Dr. True Potts off in the background and out of the race there. The car looks like it's still all in one piece there, but unfortunately True Potts having a absolute nightmare of a event here in ALR, unfortunately, and is out of the race before that one is even being completed for the Alpine car. Jay Hings still leads. He doesn't have DRS just yet. No, DRS will be available at the end of the second lap and be down this back straight, but Vessier may not need the DRS there, but Serious Question then, he's also all over the back as well. Then look at this, and it's slipstreaming Fester down then into the hairpin here, the big stop then, and Hings there is trying to defend his position now. Look at this, and there's 3 cars there going into one there, and it's getting very squeezy between the Aston Martin and the 2 Mercedes in the background. I think they've all they're still swapping position. Slayer's dropping down the order. Slayer's up 2 races in a row then. Slayer's off the circuit. Swanshank's got 3-second penalty, and Slayer recovers back down into 18th position. Bloomstar in 19th, and Vilma Mess said so far. Scooby Stew's got past Vintage. Swanshank's in 13th, and Kiki down into 10th position. New Potato up 2 positions, and that one completed it as we come through to complete lap 1 then. And here they come then, and look at this. And so is Jay Higgins lead. Second position is Vessia. Third is Serious Mushrooms. All over the gearbox of Vessia. And Vessia does some good work there in the sprint race. But now Serious Mushroom on the inside then. Not quite then. Sigismund also involved as well. I think Sigismund there is definitely having a sniff, but nothing more than that. As Sigismund there also involved in this early skirmish out for the lead then. Now Jay Higgins has got a bit of breathing space, and I say a bit of breathing space. The minute is a breathing space there, but Sigismund there has gone a bit wide. And now Marsky and Dynamo Dan there, both Haas's looking strong there. We haven't seen the Haas team as a collective looking this strong in a number of races there. I wonder if it's the Dynamo Dan effect there. Down there into 11, I think it is, or 12. I have no idea where I am on circuit. Moving in 7th position at the moment. Duncan Dave repelling, and look at this. And we have got a Alpha Romeo all over the gearbox. That's Brooksy and Winnie. And look at that. There's look left. There's Kiki up into 9th position there. Brooksy also into 11th and on Winnie. Now we're into the big left, big stop here. And now up the inside goes Kiki. Position has been taken there. Brooksy. Oh, I'm trying to sneak up the inside there. Duncan Dave defending the soft shot tires then. Brooksy is really is trying to make up the position. Sigismund and Serious Mushroom there swapping position as well. Brooksy on the soft tires. Dynamo Dan also on soft as well. Marsky all over the gearbox. So Sigismund there in 4th and 5th position there. Brooksy's trying to go up and under, and he is the lead car of his gaggle of 4 cars on the soft tires. I'm winning off all that's going on the inside into 19 there. Jay Higgs said no fast off the race said, and yeah, there he is, and he's now 2nd in front there. Look at those cars there, and who is that? That's Brooksy past Duncan Dave just had more traction on those soft compound tires. But Brooks, look at this, and they're going for Duncan Dave back on the inside there, but he just can't turn the car into contact at all. This is it's just a ricochet effect there. His Winnie got damaged there. I'm not sure. What about Duncan Dave? Has he recovered? He has recovered, and there's a Mercedes and Shake the Slayer sneaking up the inside of Duncan Dave. Duncan Dave down into 70 position. Scooby Stew getting passed by Vintage. Vintage there staying on the inside. So Scooby Stew on the outside. Incredible. And up the inside goes one of the McLarens there. Who is that? I think that is Smithy Almighty on the medium compound tyres there. What an action-packed start to this race there. A big stop then. Slayer up the inside then and through. Passes the McLaren, and he's been nerfed off out of McLaren now. So Slayer then getting the elbows out and through he goes then. Now here comes Vintage again then down the back straight. DRS has now been enabled. There's got a bit of sunshine now coming out onto the circuit. And Vintage Vintage in 13th. Slayer now, no not Slayer, Smithy Almighty in 14th and on board now with the McLaren Mercedes driver. My goodness gracious me. Gap at the front is currently 1.5 to 2 seconds there. Cars front winners. Yes, we'll have a look at those in a minute. Let's have a look at them now, because I think that you're right, Cars. It's seconds back all over the gearbox of the Red Bull driver. The Red Bull driver of Vestia. Goodness me, I sounded like that old 97 game. 7 game then. Across the line there, albeit when they didn't have the license for Jacques Villeneuve, did they? If anyone remembers that. They used to call him Williams number 1. Up here to turn 1, Jay Higgins 1.5 seconds there. Mushroom 2nd, 3rd is Vessia. That is a overtake there from Serious Mushroom, unbeknownst to me on the stream there. Shocking behaviour by Mr. Director. But Serious Mushroom in 2nd position, Vessia now in 3rd. 4th is Sick as Muck. Then what has happened here? Why goodness me! And on the outside, Smithy Almighty on the inside, track position. And Vintage now in the 14th position there. Slayer is up in the 13th and making his way through the field quite nicely. I think the Slayer was up with his teammate then before it got a bit cosy earlier on. Then there's Dynamo Dan on the soft tyres, has got past his teammate. Look at New Potato then fighting with the home team of the Haas team here then, but New Potato is not going to be concerned about a home field of play tonight. He is concerned about trying to keep us in the World Championship. Down the back straight there. New Potato's having a sniff. He's on the inside track position. Is it? He's on the inside. Oh my word! That is. It's a bit of bump now. I was going to say that's audacious there from Potato. But the Haas team are not helping each other out there, are they? Goodness me. As now we got the Dynamo Dan up the inside, then Sickers Marcus past Vestia. Vestia is struggling. There he is in the foreground. Vestia is down into 4th position now. This is not ideal at all for Vestia. Winnie's got a 3-second power to, or B is still in front of New Potato, which is the main thing in this moment in this race, surely. Lap 4 of this race, goodness me, into the final turn. But look at this back here. Vestier has gone from 2nd to 4th then in the opening 5 laps here. Here is Vestier now. A good bundle of points then in the sprint, and he's going on the outside of Sigismund then. So Sigismund is going on the inside line. Can Vestier go up and under? Not quite. Ferrari and the door. Ferrari and Marsky, thank goodness gracious me. And on the outside there, Marsky's on the inside. Who's that? That's another Red Bull of movement. Also fighting with the AlphaTauri, Kiki, I believe it was. Look at this. They don't get mesmerised by these cars. Look at what an incredible, they snake their way through the first sector of Kota here. Magnificent. Somebody's watching, got a 3-second penalty. Oh, is that Red Bull has gone into the back? Oh, contacting Kiki is off the circuit. And oh dear, at the top of the hill. And it unsettled the Red Bull, unsettled the car, unfortunately. And then he just bounced off, didn't he, of I think it was, I can't know if it's Alfa Romeo or Mercedes, but that is not good. That Kiki then, is a major blow for Kiki. Now Dynamo Dan is lost out then, because up into 5th goes the Ferrari now, and there is new Potato up into 5th position now. Good stuff there for the championship leader. Kiki then, who's got damage, unfortunately. That is disappointing. Jay Hinks has got a second in front of Serious Mushroom. Mushroom is on form tonight, isn't he? The Mushroom is. With Sigismund also flying as well. And then we got Vessier in 4th. Now New Potato is right behind his championship rival in this race, which is Vessier, of course. Remember that TK is not here tonight, so TK will be hoping for damage limitation and in terms of what his championship rivals do. But at the moment, though, Vessier is only 3 points behind him now in the championship. But I think that TK will probably be more concerned about New Potato at this moment in time now, as Vessier is dropping back whilst New Potato is on the march. Kiki in the pits there for the AlphaTauri, and that is a shame then. As I think that Kaz wants to know, Red Bull, where is the Red Bull? Well, let's take a look. There is Moomin currently in 8th position there. We have just, well, before we do that though, because Smithy Almighty is through and up into 12th position, passes the Racing Bull of Vintage there, or the AlphaTauri, and as you and I would know it as in 2023, but 2024 will be the Racing Bull. Over the brown hill comes Moomin now, all over the gearbox of Marsky. Moomin on the hard tires. He's the highest driver on the hard compound tire as well. It's Kaz wants to watch Sigismund's defended. Sigismund is not defended at the moment because he's got a second gap there, which means he's out of DRS range. There he is. Oh, but Vessier does have DRS by the Monusers, but New Potato doesn't there. Look at this gaggle here. And I think it's going to get very squeezy indeed then. And Brooksy also involved in this battle here. Then Scooby Shoo's got a 3-second penalty. And Scooby Shoo, I thought was on the... oh no, I was looking at the wrong car there. Goodness gracious me. On board once again now then with Marsky then as we go into, whoa, moving all over the gearbox now of the Haas car, and Vessier is now being hunted down by New Potato. Back on board with movement at the moment. As Kaz wants me to go to Vessier, I will in a minute, my good sir. Just got a great... Oh, is Brooksy almost going off and doing a Danny Fiat there? Of course, Fiat crashed heavily there in 2015. Out of turn, where are we? 20, across the line then, Marsky, who I think will be hoping his teammate soft tires may be struggling at the moment then, as we go up into turn 1 there. 1.25 seconds the gap is between first and second. Sigismund is 2 seconds off the pace now. Vessier in 3rd position. New Potato now half a second away from Vessier. That is potentially the championship battle right here, right now. Dynamo Dan, Marsky, Moomin, and Brooksy 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th in the in the race there, with Slayer in at 10th as well then. And goodness me then, and look at Moomin now. He is pushing the Haas car out of the corner then. Down into, moving up into 7th position, passes Marsky. Good stuff indeed then. And now then we're going to be going down the back straight. Then we've also got a New Potato is coming then. Here he goes then, and New Potato is past the Vessier. This is the championship battle here. And New Potato is up into 4th position. What a recovery drive there. And Marsky is back past Moomin here. Moomin's going to go on the inside though. but look at that then, just about giving enough space and Vestier, and goodness me, and Vestier trying to keep him, trying to get back past new Potato here, but new Potato is having none of it then. My goodness me, of course, they're now both within DRS range of the Aston Martin. Sickers is doing a great job. Yellow flag in the background. Bloom Star is having issues in the second Williams car, unfortunately. Reserving tonight for TK. Out of the final turn. Thank you very much, Captain. I'm trying to keep up with the action. It's been absolutely blooming brilliant so far. I'm into turn 1. The moment, as you were. What about Brooksy? There he's surely. Oh my goodness me! A Moomin there came across. I think that I'm not sure if Moomin realised that Brooksy was in his mirrors there. Was he? Goodness gracious me! Then Brooksy there just about avoided the Red Bull. My goodness me! Then that was certainly would have woken Brooksy up. But goodness me! As moving there very much, I think he was Kiki's at the fast lap race. As long as you finish the race, you will get that fast at that point. Then Moomin then, of course, then was focused on the battle between himself and the Haas car. That I think that Brooksy was probably not a man on his mind at the moment. Down the inside goes Moomin up into 7th position now, and he will have DRS range as well because they've just he overtook before the line. Then Sickers Muck has dropped down into 3rd position. Oh gosh, there we go. A lot of action on this lap. Then look at this. The Red Bull is still in front, but Brooksy's through. And look at this. I thought that the Haas car is off the circuit, and Marsky dropping down into. Dropping down then into 9th position and getting passed by 2 cars down that back straight there. As Brooksy having a sniff as well. Back here is New Potato, 2 seconds now away. There's Serious Mushroom now. And now New Potato up into 3rd position, 6th Smoke 4. Vestier's not got the pace at the moment. He is struggling down in 5th position there in the Red Bull then. So New Potato back up into 3rd in this race, which is a good which is very good indeed. Then into the pits comes Brooksy. He's done his overtaking now. He's had his fun, but he's in the pits now. And what tires is he going to go on then? As Vestier let Potato work. Serious Mushroom hang back then. As what Kaz has been saying in the comments into the pit lane now then for the Alfa Romeo team. Going on to the hard tire. Brooksy is going to the end of the race now. So no safety cars at the moment so far. And so that is what Brooksy wants now. I believe he doesn't want any safety cars at all. And go for a mammoth undercut. Jay Hinks leads. Serious Mushrooms having some incredible pace here tonight, isn't he? One incredible performance here by Jay Hinks, who's potentially his first Ferrari drive as a full-time Ferrari driver, I should say, if I get out. I've finally got my words out. So, doing a great job, potentially his first Grand Prix win of his career. Serious Mushroom now, of course, this will be his first Grand Prix win in bronze, I believe. He has not won a race since that incredible silver race back in season 2 in Japan. But Serious Mushroom is very much on the cusp at the moment in 2nd position. New Potato in 3rd though. He is hunting down the top 2 now. What a recovery drive for the championship leader. The first ever bronze champion is New Potato, and he has been absolutely a mega star in this race so far. What a performance here for the Potato. And he is doing a good job in 3rd. What is going on down here? Goodness gracious me. We got some swapping of positions there. We've also got some more swapping of positions there, which is about as in depth as you're going to get on that front, because I have no idea what's going on. Sickers Mutt there is now going from defence to attack, I believe. But Vestier has the pace on Sickers Mutt there. At the moment, though, it's not looking like that, though, as Vestier is struggling to keep up. There they are as they go up into turn 1. There's Vestier down in 5th position. In no man's land at the moment, Vestier. Look at that black cloud. Look at that black cloud, then. Are we going to get some rain, then? Because it has been sunny, but as Jay Higgs has got a penalty there. Good heavens above. Serious Mushroom has forced the Ferrari driver into a mistake, and that is what Serious Mushroom wanted and needed. And now Mushroom is leading in terms of race time. He has got no penalties at all. Mushroom is very much clean and precise, isn't he? Mushroom is there and doesn't usually get any penalties. I'm going to stop there because I can feel a commentator's curse coming this way. But Serious Mushroom, he is dropping off the pace. Now the gap has been the biggest gap has been this entire race as we're on lap 10, and it's up to 2 seconds. New Potato is stretched his legs over Sickers Muck, but Sickers Muck is hanging within DRS range, which has been absolutely supreme stuff indeed there for Sickles Muck. Fantastic. New Potato, though, is still not in DRS range just yet. Then, but down this back straight again, we have got Smithfield Mighty passing Slayer. And over to 9th position there with Slayer dropping down into 10th ed because Sickles Muck, nope. Smithfield Mighty doing a good job and now moving up into 9th position there. Smithfield Mighty, some great races as of late then. What is Mushroom cooking, German is saying? I think he's certainly cooking some kind of mushrooms. I'm wondering if he's got the green mushroom there. Or is it the red mushroom, which makes you speedy in Mario Kart? Whatever he's got, he is certainly flying out there at the moment, isn't he? Because there's something up with the Red Bull. There is indeed. There's Vessier is struggling out there. He just hasn't got the pace of the front four at the moment. Gap is up to 2.5 seconds here. Going up into turn 1 there. Vessier is on the medium tires at the moment, though. And the movement, of course, is on the hard tyre. Oof, my word. Gosh. Right, let me sit down a minute because that has been an absolute incredible opening 10 laps in this race. Magnificent stuff indeed there. But yes, serious much. What an incredible drive so far. New Potato, though, is within DRS range now of Mushroom. New Potato, though, of course, Serious Mushroom not challenging for the championship. New Potato is leading the championship with, but he does have, and his Slayer and Slayer Smithfield Mighty has lost the whole of the wing now. And Smithfield Mighty, that's going to have to be a pit stop for the McLaren team there. Star's got a 3-second penalty, his teammate there. But Smithfield Mighty has got damage to the nose cone. He is going to have to come into the pits. That is going to lose him at least 5 seconds. McLaren are very good in the pit lane, but that is not good at all for Smithfield Mighty. And who is that then? It's Styles had completely misjudged that. Terence Marsky back on the inside there. And Marsky is really starting to fire up those medium tires again. These soft tires have done a really good job of it. Dynamo Dan and Vintage there, still on the soft tires. Brilliant stuff indeed then. Kaz saying the mediums to the hard said. I wonder if Sundry is going to try and get the medium tires. If Dynamo Dan and Vince has got those soft tires to lap 10, lap 11, surely I think the medium tires could probably go a bit further than that. And I reckon Sundry is going to eke this out and go on soft tires for the remainder of the race, you know. Then that's going to be very interesting, then, isn't it? Potentially, but as we're now lap 12, and we're not even at half distance yet. Then, so anything could happen there, unless Red Bull knows something that we don't. Can't say. Both of them probably do, to be fair, because well, I certainly don't anyway, but I wonder what the Red Bulls are doing. Well, at the moment now, I think I'm expecting the Red Bulls, probably both of them, to go onto the soft tyres, you know. Very interesting development indeed then. Smithfield Mighty, this pit stop is he's going to be going on the hards. He is going on the hards now, car number 9 is. Unfortunately, that's not fine at all for the McLaren driver. And the Serious Mushroom there is picked up the pace. So he's found 3/10 of a second over Jay Hings. Jay Hings Scooby Stew out of the race. I think he's coming to the pits, and he has indeed there. So Scooby Stew out of the Grand Prix. Both Alpines and the Constructors World Champions from last season having a nightmare race today. They have had flashes of brilliance this season. Dr. Trupol started the season incredibly well, but unfortunately both Alpines out of the race there. Of course, at the moment the Ferrari could potentially become the Constructors World Champions of bronze. Not tonight, of course, but I think they will be. I think they might just be in touch and distance in Mexico, you know. Kiki up in the 13th and trying to recover after the first skirmish earlier on this race. New Potato is all over the back of Serious Mushroom now. Mushroom in second position. Is anyone going to go for an undercut here? Mushroom's in the pits then. And what is he going to go on then? So this is going to be interesting. Is he going to go on the hard tires? Is he going to go onto the soft then? I think the soft then. They've done 11 laps on Dynamo Dan and Vintage. I think the softs, they're going to be well past their best then. And now it's the hard tyres for the Alfa Romeo here. So Serious Mushroom is on the hard tyres in car 69 then. He is very much in it to win it here tonight. Dynamo Dan, surely he's going to go into the mediums, isn't he? He is indeed then the man who was runner-up last season in the Haas car. And he's back out now of the pit lane. Vintage and also Kiki staying out there. Vintage is coming into the pits there. The Alpha Tauri mechanics, all the racing bulls then. Medium tires as well for Vintage. I think that might be the preferred strategy, you know, softer mediums here. We'll soon see that as they come out of the pits now. coming out, sort of coming out of the pits. So it's a Ferrari 1-2 here in the United States. However, Sick as Muck there, Sick as Muck and Cirrus Mush have been supreme this season. This race, and they really have indeed done, and this season as well. Cirrus Mush has, and Sick as Muck's had a bit of a nightmare season. However, tonight then he is showing flashes of what really brought him to the dance in the 2022 game tonight. Sick as Muck has, he hasn't shown this pace all season, but tonight it's definitely been the night for Sick as Muck, flying in the Aston Martin. Slayer has passed the Haas car of Marsky, and that is a lot of time that Slayer has gained now, as Star's got a 3-second penalty. That's a lot of time that Slayer's flying out there in the mud. Moving now on the hard tires there. Vessier is in no man's land, 4 seconds in front of his teammate, 5 seconds behind Sick as Muck. Vessier, I think this is a race of damage limitation there. We got both Ferraris in the pits here. This is going to be costly, isn't they're surely too close then. And now Jay Hinks into the pits, and I think they're responding to New Potato. Sorry, to Cirrus, Cirrus Mushroom there. Look for Ferrari's and look at that, the championship leader. He had to do that surely, and he's decided that he'd rather lose a couple of seconds in the pits and a whole lap than as he comes out of the pit lane now. Where is Cirrus Mushroom there? I think as Jay Higgs on the pits now, but Mushroom is not. He's on the pit straight, but he's behind Brooksy. There he is. So Cirrus Mushroom quite a distance behind Jay Hings here. I wonder if that's the tyre warm-up, you know. I reckon that could be the tyre warm-up. Vesser's going to be closer to New Potato than what he was before. So Cirrus Mushroom will have a lap more knowledge than the drivers in front of him. So it is the medium to the hard tyres, just like Kaz said that. So it is Ferraris that have gone from medium to hard. Some drivers, and like Dynamo Dan, we're going to keep an eye on Dynamo Dan because he's going to be quite quick then. What about Sick as Muck? What is he going to do? Is he going to respond? Or is he going to stay out there? Of course, the undercut. I'm not sure about the undercut because Cirrus Mushroom has lost about 0.8 of a second, maybe more. The tyre warm-up around here looks to be a problem on those hard tyres because Cirrus Mushroom has lost quite a bit of time on that outlap. Vessier, I think that's Vessier in the background, under all kinds of pressure there from Kiki, yes, because Kiki on medium tyres and Vessier down in 9th position. Dynamo down on the medium tyres has fired up the mediums beautifully well, and it's now all over the gearbox of Vessier. These guys are now battling for position here, and this is not what Vessier wants to be wondering where the Dynamo down Haas has come from here. I think that the hard tyres are struggling, aren't they? They're not firing up at all. The gap is 2.5 seconds between Hings and Cirrus Mushroom here. Sick as Muck will have his hands full. Kaz is saying he certainly will, but Sick as Muck is saying, I reckon Sick as Muck is going to try and go for the softs, you know, at the end of this race. Moving currently in second position now, 10 seconds back. Then we've got Jay Hings, Cirrus Mushroom there. And then we've got Brooksy as well. I think the Brooksy might have let his teammate through there. Great sportsman, but great sportsmanship in the Alpha male team, both for 4th and 5th there. They do not need to come in the pits, I don't think, again. The New Potato in 6th, Duncan Dave 7th, Kiki in 8th, Vessier in 9th there. 10th position is Dynamo Dan there. Dynamo Dan and almost caught out by Vessier there. Of course, Vessier is on the harder tyres. They have now started to fire up by the looks of things as the tables have turned between Kiki and Vessier. Brooksy's got a 3-second penalty for his troubles half distance here in this United States Grand Prix. We got another Grand Prix in the United States coming up in a couple of weeks' time then. But of course, before we do that, we're going to go to Mexico for the Mexico City Grand Prix. Before we go to the Sao Paulo Grand Prix a week after that, in our final sprint race of the season, then before then we got then after that, 2 more races in Las Vegas for the first time ever in ALR before the traditional showdown in Abu Dhabi. But we have a championship on the line still, potentially not in bronze and silver, but potentially in in a gold and silver, but potentially in bronze. Vessier on the inside through for Kiki Haas spinning there, and that's the door open, wide open now for Duncan Dave and Dynamo Dan. Duncan Dave in 8th position there. Dynamo Dan and Duncan Dave, and look at that, look left there, there's Kiki back up the inside, and Dynamo Dan there is going to yield for the minute there. On board once again then with Kiki. I'm going this way, and that with Duncan Davis done a lot of laps, and then, oh my goodness me, almost crashing into the pit lane there. As of course Duncan Davis was coming to the pits, and Kiki was still fighting for position there. Luckily they didn't crash into each other. Great Oh my goodness me! Then very very close to clashing, going into the pit lane now between the Williams and the Racing Bull AlphaTauri. Then goodness me, I hope they're not called Racing Bull next season. I just can't take it seriously at the moment. But it might. Well, it might become second nature because I did struggle with the Racing Point name as well to begin with. Go with the brow of the hill comes New Potato. Then he needs to dispatch Brooksy quite quickly here because look at that down there is a mushroom right down there. There he is. Mushroom is almost 3 seconds away from this battle. So and now, but New Potato does have the DRS, but Brooksy has got a bit of hers left, but they're now both harvesting hers down the back straight, which is not ideal. Is Brooksy going to go for it? Lovely onboard shot here. He's having a look. He's having a look there on the inside. Wow, incredible contact there. And Brooksy has spun the championship leader, New Potato, and Vessier's too far back, but no, he isn't. Vessier's in front now. Oh my goodness me! And my gosh, there, and New Potato is having a challenging race today. He's had the pace. Oh, but my word. Sigismund into the pits finally. He's going to be on soft tyres, I'm sure of it. But there's a new Moomin and Sirius Moomin now, and Sirius Mushroom also fighting for position there. Here comes New Potatoes. He is going to be furious about him. Brooksy and New Potato make contact down the back straight, unfortunately. And New Potato having a very difficult race today, isn't he? Goodness gracious me! But hats off to him for keeping going. And of course, this is crucial in the championship. Of course, Sigismund is right behind New Potato. He has done a marvellous job on those old medium tyres. Wow, incredible. And moving in just outside the points and position as well. I mean, well, of course, we do know that New Potato did have a spin there, but Sigismund, I think, is still very much in the game. We'll take a look at the gap between first and Sigismund and sixth in just a jiffy. I think the race win is out off the cards for Sigismund. I think it is potentially. Kaz saying that might be a bit. Yes, maybe towards Brooksy. Well, Brooks is very much entitled to have a fight for his position there, but that is a blow for New Potato. However, New Potato then is trying to bounce back now, and Vestier with no DRS, and it looks like he's going to be a not sitting duck, sitting Red Bull. That Vestier is though fighting, isn't he now? And New Potato he's not passed just yet. Sigismund though is going to be right underneath the rear wing now of the two championship rivals, and here he is, and here is Sigismund there, right underneath the rear wing, and he's up the inside there, passing both cars and moving up into fourth. Not quite, because Vestier cuts across the Aston Martin to go into turn 18. Wow, my goodness me! And I think that New Potato probably just wants Sigismund then to get out of their way so that they can resume their battle, because I think at the moment New Potato is going to be more concerned about Vestier's finishing position with. Rather than a Sigismund's position at this moment in time then, because I think that, of course, then Vestier has taken points out of New Potatoes then as they go up into turn one now, and he is through. Sigismund having a superlative drive, his best drive of the season, best driver of the season. Sigismund is tonight, fantastic stuff indeed. Sirius Mushroom is the gap is up to 3 seconds, but I think Jay Hinks had an issue somewhere, because Sirius Mushroom has got the gap down to under 2 seconds now. Watching Vestier, who is very much trying to keep them out of the clutches of the World Championship leader, New Potato. Incredible race this is. This one's going to live long in the memory because it's been an absolute doozy here tonight. Dynamo Dan is also in 7th position. Well, Dynamo Dan is going to be quicker than the two in front of him, I'm sure of it, because of course he's on the medium tyres whilst the drivers in front of him, Vestier and New Potato, are both on the hard compound tyres. Here comes New Potato again there. But as movement's now up into 10th position, he's back in the points, so we've got penalties, 10 laps to go. Slayer is actually past Dynamo Dan there, so that just shows how wrong my theory is. Goodness me. New Potato all over the back of Vestier once again. The gap is coming down by 2 points at the moment now. Watching New Potato, and he's having a look then. Oh, nothing more at the moment now, accelerating away. And Sigismund is now all over the back of Brooksy, who's being reeled in by these two, by Vestier and New Potato then. And there is Sigismund. We're going to keep an eye to see what Sigismund can do. He's on the cusp of points now. Brooksy, oh goodness me, as just in front, 6 seconds behind now. Sirius behind the front two is Brooks then. So Sigismund has got 6 seconds. So he's got the fast up of the race as well. Here he comes, Sigismund. What a drive in 4 laps. He'll have the tires of Kazakhstan. And Sigismund going up into turn 1, then passes the Alfa Romeo. He's got in deep there, but I don't think... Oh, contact there between Brooksy and Sigismund. They're going side by side here. Oh my gosh, oh my goodness me, they're side by side. There's more contact there. And my goodness gracious me. And I thought the door might have always been closer there, unfortunately, on Brooksy. I know that Sigismund did have the fresher tires potentially. Do you think the Sigismund was a bit aggressive there, or do you think the Brooksy should have held up there? I'm not too sure, to be honest there, as I am not going to make a bold statement, because luckily I'm not a race steward there. Sigismund will need to pit Kazakhstan. I think that I'm not sure. Maybe then we did see a lot of drivers go quite long on the soft tires earlier on there. Brooksy down into 8th position now. New Potato is back past the Vesser. He's back up in the 4th position now. New Potato is and is outscoring his closest championship rival at this moment in time there. At this moment in time, and Sirius Russian is back up to 3 seconds ago between himself and Jay Hings. Jay Hings has got a penalty. Sirius Mushroom hasn't. It is going to be very much squeaky bum time now, isn't it? My goodness, gracious me. Smithy Almighty has passed Whitty and now in the 12th position. Currently, both drivers outside the points there, but we have still got about a third of the race to go. Anything can happen in this one. It's been a cracking Grand Prix so far. My word. And Kiki is now very close to the back of Winnie, and now making his way up into 13th position, or he was going to, but they're still fighting. And now Kiki on the outside, and as you can look at that, that's audacious there from Kiki. Oh, contact there, and Winnie, they're just about keeping it on the track. I believe might spin. Wow, how'd Winnie there? My goodness me, I think he just understeered into the side of the AlphaTauri. Vessia has got a 3-second penalty. Oh, goodness gracious me. There is the penalty situation at the moment. Vessia has 3 seconds. He's going to drop beyond Slayer and Dynamo down at this moment. That is not ideal at all for Vessia, and there is a lot of... that is going to be a lot of points. He's losing to New Potato there. New Potato is currently within the 3-second window of Sigismund. This moment in time, though, New Potato, of course, is going to lose time. But then later on, we think, well, I'm going to go with Kaz, but Kaz thinks that Sigismund is going to struggle towards the end of this race. There, I think he is going to as well. But whoa, is a Bastia almost into the back of the Ferrari? My word, then he must have had a monstrous run down that back straight. And goodness me, we just caught him right at the back there. So Kaz reckons that Sigismund's going to drop down to 7th or 8th then. But at the moment, then he is 2.5 seconds in front of New Potato. But I do think those soft tires there might start to unravel later on in this one. So then Sirius Mushroom is now, the gap is the biggest it's been all through the race then. 2 retirements, and Dr. Troopot's out of the race then. Unfortunately, Scooby Stewart's out of the race as well. Unfortunately, both Alpines and the Constructors Champions for bronze having an awful race here in the United States then. They do have one more chance there. They do have one more chance though to redeem themselves, and that is in Las Vegas coming up in a few weeks' time. Brooksy out to the Grand Prix, and unfortunately there is I think that Brooksy probably felt that he was kind of in no man's land there after the contact between himself and Sigismund there. That yellow flag is for Brooksy at the moment there, but there's no other instance on circuit at the moment. 7 laps to go then. 7 laps to go in this one. Sigismund is homing in on Sirius Mushroom. Sirius Mushroom, the gap is up to 4 seconds now. This is Jay Hings. By the way, just a quick reminder, this is Jay Hings' first Grand Prix. This is his 15th race in bronze. This is his first Grand Prix as a full-time Ferrari driver. And he is driving a superlative Grand Prix. He has a 3-second penalty. That's the only blemish to his record at the moment. Vessier once again gaining on the Ferrari. Vessier has really found some pace lately, hasn't he? He's starting to match New Potato, and that is not ideal for New Potato at all then. So, whoa, as Vessier getting a lot of oversteer there, isn't it? Goodness me, the car almost swapped in there. Goodness gracious me. But no, Jay Hings driving a superlative Grand Prix out there. Driving a superlative Grand Prix out there at the moment. Jay Hings is 4.3 seconds out. I think we just sit him there. No, that was a McLaren. I apologise. I thought we said him in the background there at turn 1, but no, he's going to turn 1 now. Serious Russian 4.25 seconds. Siggers Monk is flying out there. Kiki getting past his teammate, and up into 10th position. Kiki has no penalties at the moment for Kiki, and if he can keep those soft tires there in the operating window, there could be some major points for the AlphaTauri. Or B, it's been a struggling Grand Prix for the AlphaTauri as well. Back with the championship leaders, the championship rivals as well in this bronze championship, along with TK as well, who's not here tonight. I think that TK might be happy with this result at the moment. As it stands, the New Potato will be 4th with Vessier dropping down into 6th position there, because Diamond Dan is not very quick on those medium tires at the moment. I was surprised that Diamond Dan hasn't gone quicker, unfortunately there. But at the moment he's in 7th position, and Moomin is 8th, and he is very much starting to match Diamond Dan with Marsky in 9th. He is about 8 seconds away from Moomin, and 10th is Kiki. Vintage and Smithy Almighty 11th and 12th, and make that 13th now, because we've got issues there for Smithy Almighty in the McLaren, dropping down into 14th position now. Smithy is having a bit of a difficult race. Smithy is here tonight in at Kota. Both McLarens are unfortunately not scoring a point then, and this is a worrying time for the McLaren team as well, because Aston Martin are scoring big points here tonight, and of course that is the battle for 9th in the Constructors' Championship. On board with Vessier, he's got the same helmet as Serious Mushroom. Goodness gracious me, or has Mushroom got the same helmet as Vessier? Good gosh there. But what is not ideal for Vessier, he is now almost out of DRS range. He is just in DRS range. So Marsky down into 10th position then, because Kiki is flying through. He's got a 9-second deficit now, Kiki has, and so some qualifying laps then. See if he can catch up to the back of Moomin. 3 retirements in this race then is the 2 Alpine cars, followed by the Alfa Romeo then. All the Alpha cars have not had a good race today, unless, of course, your name is Mushroom. So yeah, the Alpha, and of course, ironically, the 2 cars which have got the name Alpha in their teams are not going to be called, not going to have any Alpha in their names next season, are they? With, of course, Alfa Romeo is now going to return to Sauber. Is going to return to Sauber for 2024 and 25 before they become the Alfa Romeo Audi, or they're going to be called Audi Alfa, Audi Sauber, or they're going to be called the Saudi Alba, Sauber Audi. Goodness me! I'm hoping it's going to be called Audi then, and that's looking good indeed. Albeit there was rumours, wasn't there, about Audi potentially pulling out of Formula 1, which would have been a bit of a joke indeed, wouldn't it? Really. After Formula 1 has been trying to get the Volkswagen group of Volkswagen group, which of course which is a part of Porsche and Audi. I believe it's something like that anyway. Yeah, Porsche no longer going to be a part of Formula 1 after their attempts to buy 50% of the Red Bull team did not come to fruition. Audi are building an engine, and of course have also taken majority stake in the Sauber team as well, and they're going to be the Audi Works team from 2026 onwards, which is looking good. But unfortunately, if that's both the Volkswagen group manufacturers, then something like that, they're not going to take part in F1, and that's a bit of a joke, really, isn't it? But there you go. Of course, I get all my information off YouTube. As here comes Slayer now through. Vessier, unfortunately, has dropped back in the last couple of laps or so, and Slayer, I think, might be my driver of the day. He's been absolutely sublime out there tonight, hasn't he? That great recovery there from Slayer. Absolutely great stuff indeed. But I think Serious Mushroom, Jay Hinks, and probably Siggers might be my other candidates as well. And I would even say New Potato. I would say we can have 5 driver of the days in the 5 driver of the days in the comments, isn't it? Because I think it's very tough to pick. So there's been some incredible performances out there over the course of 24 laps or so. Brilliant job indeed from a majority of the drivers out there. Incredible stuff indeed. But anyway, that's my rant done of the Audi and Porsche, I think. But then again, I think that of course Audi has not been officially confirmed or tonight, does it? So hopefully they're still joining the grid with the Sauber team for 2026. And a lot of rumours, as we'll come back to that in a minute, because Vessier on the inside, so Slayer is on the outside. Slayer's got a penalty. and I think that Slayer may not be too happy about that incident, but he might be able to appeal that. But 3-second penalties don't normally get rescinded, do they? But so Slayer's going, but Slayer at the moment is not going to lose that position or gain a position, but he's back on the inside. Then Besser is there, and Slayer has been pushed slightly wide in that race, in that corner, I should say, and it's now back down to 6th position. Dynamo down there has actually gained about a second over these two drivers, and that has meant that Dynamo Dan is going to finish in 5th at this moment there, which is not ideal for the drivers that are fighting here at the moment there. So Slayer fully have the job done, but Vesser's come back at him. Vesser is fighting for all the marbles here, isn't he? Of course, this is a potential championship defining race, and the championship cannot be decided here tonight. Then whatever happens, driver of the day is out, by the way. Cannot be decided here tonight there, but this is a major stepping stone in the championship going forward into Mexico in a week's time, of course. Next Tuesday night, of course, Mexico is there. It feels like a long time, but it feels like a long time in the future. Listen, isn't it? Because time flies when we're having fun. Down the back straight once again, then Serious Mushroom, 4.5 seconds out of Jay Hings at the moment. Jay Hings on the cusp of getting his first Grand Prix win in his first official debut with the Ferrari team. And here's Slayer through, back up into 5th position, drove a superlative Grand Prix. The new potato, Slayer and Kiki for your drivers of the day. Get your votes in, ladies and gents. It's very important for the drivers and for me as well as the stats and all that kind of stuff. Kaz has gone for driver of the day for New Potato. Don't blame me at all, because I think he's doing a superlative race there. New Potato then, is he got anything left in the piggy bank now? New Potato has he got anything more from the Alfa Romeo car and the only Alfa car left in this race out of the 4 that started? Goodness gracious me. But what has Mushroom got? Has he got anything more left than to maybe make a late challenge between himself and Jay Hings with just 3 laps to go? He has to find a second there if he wants to win his first race of his bronze career, his second race win of his Formula 1 career in ALR. Then goodness gracious me. April says Sick as Muck will be, Sick as Muck has been reeled in by New Potato, hasn't he? But Sick as Muck may not be able to get a podium here, but New Potato's done a great job to recover back into that position, hasn't he? So he's been a mega job, New Potato has. After all the difficulties and all the challenges in the United States race, he has been absolutely fantastic. I thought he was challenging Sick as Muck then, but that's a McLaren unfortunately of Hungry Stars then having a bit of a nightmare race, the McLaren team is that, whilst Aston Martin are on course to score 12 points, which is going to be a lot. That is a major point sort for the Aston Martin team. So so Slayer as well, if he's got anything left, I think that Slayer then is, if he's got anything left, then Slayer is going to need to try and find it if he wants to finish 5th position there, because Dynamo Dan is going to elevate himself on his return back up into 5th position there for Dynamo Dan then, which is good stuff indeed for himself. And look at this, and this is the battle for the final podium spot now, and maybe even second as well, because there's Mushroom there. Mushroom is, the time at the front has been yo-yoing around between Higgs and Mushroom there, as I'm thinking that they've probably been deploying their ERS quite erratically in this latter stage of this Grand Prix. There is the Ferrari, just got out of your picture, and he is on lap 27 out of 28 here. Oh gosh, I almost swallowed my tongue there. New Potato 67%, about 33% for Slayer. I think the Slayer's done a great job there. It really has, hasn't he, now to recover, but same as New Potato as well. Both drivers have had a very testing day, haven't they, with recovery, with being involved in some incidents and things like that. But now they have recovered very nicely indeed. Jay Hings then is still a second and a half safe from Slayer as much as they go over the brow of the hill. New Potato currently is sitting in third position. Whatever happens, when he's got a 3-second penalty, we'll keep an eye on the penalties then, because that is going to be crucial in this one. So Sick as Muck then, as long as he doesn't lose 4 seconds to Slayer, and gets passed by Slayer and Vessier. I think that Sigismund and Monet should be safe in fourth position. That'll be his best result of his career. Smithy Almighty has got a point now, and that is crucial in the battle to not get the wooden spoon in the Constructors' Championship, which is between the Aston Martin and the McLaren. But Sigismund's performance today has really very much put McLaren on edge down. I think that's why they come into the pits, thrown on the set of qualifying tyres for Smithy Almighty, and it's gone for fast lap. You get a point for fast lap as long as you finish the race, of course. Sigismund in fourth position now. He's dropped back and he's lost 7/10 of a second already on this lap. And Slayer is also now in front of Dynamo Dan. Then Slayer is absolutely flown on this lap. Goodness gracious me, Slayer is flying now, isn't he? He's taken a lot of time out of Vesser and Dynamo Dan, and Slayer should be safe in fifth position now, potentially fourth then if those soft tyres cannot hang on then. But Sigismund does have a 3-second buffer. Here is Jay Hings, and what a dominating performance it's been for the Ferrari driver. Mike goes through, you haven't seen much of Jay Hings, have we? Then it's very close and between Jay Hings and Cyrus Mushroom. What an incredible performance there for Jay Higgs and Cyrus Mushroom out there today, and New Potato as well. It has been a very tense affair, hasn't it? It's been all about pressuring each other, hasn't it? No safety cars, nothing. It's been a straightforward battle. Oh, Vessier's got a penalty, and that is going to drop it down into 8th, and that is crucial for Vessier in his challenge for the championship. But this race has certainly been about then a battle of strategy, and look at that, Cyrus Mushroom there knows he's in a major peril now, isn't he? Because New Potato is coming at him. There he is then. He is. I think he might miss out there by I think one more lap, and New Potato may have got his Kiki's now over new 7th position there. Bloomstar's got a penalty. Kiki now over new 7th there. He'll be 6th at the end of that race. This race, what a great race. There's 3-4 drivers that have been absolutely magical stuff indeed then. Coming out of the final couple of turns now, Jay Hings on his debut for the Ferrari team, on his 4th debut for the Ferrari team, and is going to come through on his 15th or 16th Grand Prix start. He has been in a class of one. So Jay Hings wins the United States Grand Prix. What a drive there from Jay Hings. Absolutely magnificent stuff indeed. His first Grand Prix win of many then. He has been fantastic since putting his helmet on and gloves on in ALR, and he has driven a superlative Grand Prix, hasn't he? Pole position, sprint race win, not sprint race win, and the race win itself, an absolutely fantastic performance there from Jay Hings there. And yes, this is an incredible day for himself and Ferrari. Magnificent stuff there. And Cyrus Mushroom in second, with New Potato in third. The top 3, the top 4, the top 5, the top 6 have driven superbly well tonight, haven't they? Great recovery from Kiki, great recovery from Slayer, great recovery from New Potato. Sigismund, that is what we want to see. We haven't seen Sigismund up there in a very long time. He's gone back to the 2022 at Sigismund there. Brilliant drive. I remember when he was driving like that in Silverstone a year ago. And Cyrus Mushroom there, very much pressuring Jay Hings right to the very end there, and Cyrus Mushroom also in fine battle as well. Well, I love that race. I think that was absolutely one of my favourite races to commentate on in a very long time, apart from the one in gold on Gold Sunday, of course. Magnificent stuff indeed then, as we just oh gosh, I'm almost out of battery then, goodness me. Right then, let's hopefully that'll last until the very end of this stream then. There he is, Jay Hings there with the beautiful white and red Ferrari overalls there. Lofts the trophy. Ferrari are first and third. That is a big step to the Constructors' Championship for the Ferrari team. And I think the New Potato is going to be very happy with that then, as he's been carrying the can for Ferrari for majority of the season. And now he's got a teammate who is certainly going to hit the ground running with his first Grand Prix win of his career in bronze. let's take a final look at the classification then from the United States Grand Prix. It is Jay Hings, first start for Ferrari, first win, first sprint race, first sprint win as well. Serious Mushroom in second, give Jay Hings a run for his money. What an incredible drive from those two. New Potato, goodness gracious me, the amount of setbacks that man had today, and he still got third. Sick as Muck, great drive to fourth, return to form for Sick as Muck. Slayer recovered from an awful sprint race, and he recovered nicely. Same with Kiki in sixth. Donovan down, great return in seventh. Vestier down to eighth, and Champion potentially crucial for the championship. Moving ninth, Vintage, great points in 10th position, Duncan David 11th. Marsky 12th, Smith and Mighty 13th, Winnie 14th, Bloomstar 15th, Swan Chance 16th, and Styles 17th. Retirements was Brooks C, Scuba Stew, and Dr. Troops all retired from the United States Grand Prix here tonight. And there's one man I wanted to, well, it's three men I want to talk to, and hopefully one of them is going to talk to me now. Jay Hings, what a performance, your debut for Ferrari, and you've absolutely bossed it. Pole position, sprint win, and the race win as well then. It seemed easy from the outside.
No, definitely not easy from inside the car. First race on PS5 that I only just got yesterday, so getting used to the controller has been quite difficult, but I definitely feel quick on the controller. I know that I've still probably got more performance in there if I get used to it. I think New Potato probably was the quickest today, which is good to see, as is my teammate. Just a few unlucky things, like in qualifying he could have got pole, just a bit of I think it was just a spin, and then setbacks in the race. But I definitely had good pace today, quicker than I was expecting to be.
Good to see side of things covered. What way to start your PS5 career? That's not the right word, but there we go. Yeah, good stuff indeed then. And you had a 3-second penalty about halfway through that race then. Was you concerned by that? Because Serious Mushroom was very much keeping you at arm's length at that stage.
Yeah, I was definitely worried about the penalty, and I was on 5 warnings at the end, so easily could have been 6 seconds, which would have demoted me to third in the end. But I think I gained my composure again, managed to keep up the pace while keeping it consistent and on the track.
And we're going into Mexico in a week's time then. Are you concerned about those penalties? Mexico seems to be a penalty fest then over the last couple of years. Are you concerned by that?
I think it's only one sector really on Mexico, which is the quick sector, so it's kind of easier to take it. Like you can just prepare that sector, like no penalties through there. So I'm not as worried. I think this is the one for me that was the worst for penalties.
And do you think you can get another win then, two on the bounce then? Because today was, you said it wasn't comfortable then, but it seemed like it would have only been a stray safety car that may have upset your rhythm today then. So what are you aiming for in Mexico? Another Grand Prix win?
I think podium is the aim, because as I said, I think Potato was the quicker driver today, but just a bit unfortunate for him. I think I'll go for wins when they're there, but I think podium or top 5 is going to be my aim for most races.
Really well done today, Jay Hings. And I've been saying over the last couple of weeks that you've definitely deserved a full-time drive. You've been one of my favourite drivers to commentate on. You've been supreme. And yes, I've loved that race. Fantastic stuff today, my good sir. We're a great win then. Fantastic.
Thank you.
Let's come to Mushroom, who finished second today. Mushroom, you said the other week that we keep meeting like this. They're going to start. Everyone's going to start talking. Well, you're back again then. You must love me.
Yeah, at least you didn't call me serious New Potato, so that's all good.
I can't promise that, unfortunately. I can't remember if I said it or not in the stream. But
Probably.
what? Oh, sorry.
Go on.
I was going to say, what a drive today. Jay Hings, then, you very much keeping him on his toes then throughout the race. Then, no penalties at all. And Jay Hings there did have 5 warnings there. Was you very much trying to keep up the pressure throughout that race? Then it was tough and physical today.
Yeah, it was just too quick, to be honest. But I just wanted to stay with him. And I was close to getting the penalty myself, actually, so I had 2 warnings, so it probably wouldn't have made a difference anyway. And with Potato bearing down on me, I don't know if you've seen it in the last lap, I was losing it everywhere. The back end was all over the place, and I didn't know what was going on. I thought, I'm going to lose this. So I just kept pushing and thinking, just don't get a penalty.
And it was I say one more lap, and New Potato might have overtaken you as well. But how difficult is that, knowing that the championship leader is bearing down on you, taking out at times hand over fist? Then how difficult is it to keep your composure?
Oh yeah, I mean it gets stressful because the more that you think about it, I just kept saying to myself, just keep doing what you're doing and you'll be all right. You know what I mean? And then I think it was about 3 seconds. Then all of a sudden, he's 1 point something seconds behind me, and I thought, no, you're not going to be all right. Just keep pushing, keep pushing. Then I started spinning everywhere, and but luckily I kept it together.
And you did trigger the undercut potential as well. But when the Ferraris came out in front of you, or Jay Higgs came out in front of you, you seemed to be a bit further up the road. Then was those hard tires struggling to fire up?
No, it was all right actually. I did that on purpose because I thought I know how powerful it is. The undercut. After watching Gold and Silver, I thought there must be a few seconds in it. Give me a bit of because Sick as Muck was coming like mad as well. So and he would latch onto the back of me, closing me down. So I thought the only real option is to trigger an undercut, try and get closer to Hings, but Hings was already gone by the time I came out. So that's all I could really think about. That's all I could really do.
But it was a very good second today. Well done, Mushroom. Brilliant drive indeed.
Cheers, mate.
I think that's your second podium of the season there for bronze. Fantastic stuff indeed. And then let's come to New Potato. And New Potato, goodness gracious me, I felt a bit sorry for you because you seem to be getting bullied left, right, and centre in the over the course of that race today. Then, goodness me, how is it from your point of view, and how difficult is it to turn those issues around?
Shocking sprint race. What Troop's done was unbelievable. He just sideswiped me and put me in the wall, and then coming around the final a wee bit of chicane, he just spun me. If it wasn't intentional, I don't know what is. But we'll just have to report it and see what happens. But then the race, I enjoyed the race end coming through. Side by side, my man as a driver, and nobody spun me, bar me and Brooksy, but that was one of those wee things that just happened, but everybody else was 100%. I thought I was going to get Mushroom, and then I spun, and I got him the last couple of laps. I was like, oh, I'm closing, but just couldn't get him.
And was you checking on where Vessi was throughout this race? Was you because Vessi seemed to be a bit behind the eight ball when it came to pace today, but when you did have that spin and Vessi was out just in front of you, was you desperate to get back and get back past him so he wasn't homing in on you in the championship?
I seen him in front of me, and I knew I had more top end, but I just couldn't get by him sometimes. And then I just got the lucky break. He didn't have the DRS and sick as smoke, so that let me by. And then he stayed in the DRS for 3 or 4 laps, and I was like, he's going to get me here. But thankfully, I broke a toe, and that was me away in.
And you got a bit of breathing space between yourself, TK, and Vessier going into the final couple of races, and only 4 to go. Then we're going to Mexico next week. How difficult is it then to keep your eye on both those drivers? Then with TK back next week as well, and you doing a very good job to get damage limitation at 15 points, then which could be crucial in the championship. I'm sure that you could just now cruise it to the end, or you not? Can't you do that? Can't you afford to do that?
I can't afford to do that with TK. I wish he was here tonight, to be honest, because there was only 5 races and we're breathing tight. I like that they run the 5 races, they be run down just to see how it would have went, but there's still a couple of races. Anything could happen. I'm sure he'll be up along there somewhere.
And of course, going into Mexico in a week's time, then your new teammate Jay Hings has very much rocked the boat in the top end of the standings. Then, do you think he can help you take points off your 2 championship rivals, or are you concerned he's going to take points off yourself?
Oh, for sure. He's going to be up among there, so we'll just have to see what happens. If I get in that position, we'll see what way the battle goes. If we move over, if we don't, we'll just see how it goes.
And I cannot wait. Fantastic stuff. Congratulations to all our podium sitters today. Brilliant stuff indeed. And Jay Hings is a Grand Prix winner in ALR, which I must say then, it's been a long time coming, hasn't it? Fantastic job indeed. Ferrari have now extended the lead in the Constructors' Championship. New Potato had a tough day, but he's got away with a podium. Fantastic indeed. A recovery drive there from New Potato. Mushroom on the podium once again. Goodness gracious me, then these drivers are in absolute fine form then. We go to Mexico next week, the highest busiest track in all the Formula One calendar, and the drama is certainly rising as well. Then we potentially could be crowning 2 champions in silver and gold. Then can Percy wrap up the title? Then it's almost done. It's almost done. Same with Brabant as well. It's almost done for him in the silver championship. Bronze will be going very much on to at least Brazil, maybe even Las Vegas. What a way to win it if they win it in Las Vegas. And then Formula 2 tomorrow night as well. Then in Brazil, then it's a bit of a preview for 2 weeks' time when Formula 1 arrives there. But that is it for where are we? Before Kota for this week. Then we will be back tomorrow in Brazil for Formula 2. Good.